I'm Joan Epler. Please join with Dr. Gary Epler, Harvard Medical School. Dr. Epler discovered a new way of life. Today, we're going to talk about feelings.
I'm Dr. Gary Epler. The new way of life is knowing who you are moment by moment. This means know where you're thinking from, and that's who you are. There are 4 locations, and you can only think from one at a time. There's the head, the heart, the gut, the mind, which is outside the body.
What does that have to do with feelings?
Each feeling comes from one of these locations. Learn the location and enjoy the good feelings and manage the bad feelings.
How do you know where feelings come from?
It's easy. It's where you're thinking from. The head, the heart, the gut, or the mind.
What are the feelings from the head?
There are 3 of them, and they're all bad. First, anger comes from the head. Second, stress. Whenever you're thinking about yourself, self-destructive thoughts, self-pity, resentment, jealousy, or even revenge, all these thoughts are from the head. Worry and guilt, they come from the head. They come from this brain stress center. The third feeling is pleasure. How can this be bad? Because it's from the addiction brain center. I call this chemical pleasure. It's the dopamine chemical released by drugs and alcohol and even sugar. It's the addiction center. It's short-lived and unhealthy.
Sounds like the head is one location to stay out of. What's a better place to think from?
The head brain is for carrying out the actions from the heart, the gut, belly brain, and the mind. So bypass the head and think from these locations. Let's begin with the heart.
What are the feelings from the heart?
The function of the heart is to do everything it can to keep itself healthy, and that keeps us healthy too. The heart does this through feelings and providing healthy decisions. The feelings include kindness, empathy, and giving. Trust and being grateful also come from the heart. Sadness is from the heart. It's a negative feeling from loss of someone or something you love. But it's always transient and resolves over time by replacing the loss.
Bypass the head and think from the heart with kindness and giving. What are the feelings from the belly brain?
When you're scared or frightened, where do you experience these feelings? It's in the belly. Fear is the feeling from the gut. Manage this fear by feeling the fear. Let it peak in 6 to 8 seconds and letting it go.
What about the feelings from the mind? This sounds complicated.
You're right. The feelings from the mind are outside the body, and many of these feelings are unexplored. We're just starting to learn about the mind. The function of the mind is for creativity, and the feelings include total calmness and unconditional love. Awe and courage are from the mind. Some of the newly discovered feelings include the feeling of universal acceptance and belonging, and the feeling of not needing to do anything. Remember that you need to be in a slow brainwave state to experience these feelings, like daydreaming or meditation. Learn to experience the slow brainwave state spontaneously.
Bypass the bad feelings of anger and stress from the head and think from the heart with kindness and giving, or from the mind with calmness and unconditional love. Do you have any additional comments?
There's a connection between feelings and our body. It's called body language. For example, the palm of our hands can express very specific feelings. For example, a post-COVID greeting could be, hold your arms with elbows at 45 degrees and palms facing out. This says welcome and stay. Put your palms face down, and this says go away. Pointing with your index finger, that means a command.
Anything else?
To tell a good story or keep people interested in your conversation, you go from emotion to emotion, or from feelings to feelings, not words to words.
Is there a connection between our voice and feelings?
There is a dramatic connection with our voice and feelings. Roger Love is a Hollywood speech coach and says to breathe through your nose so you don't lose your voice. Try it. Take a deep breath with your mouth wide open. Your tongue and throat become dry, which eventually causes inflammation and a raspy voice. Roger also says, in order to have a strong voice, breathe in and imagine filling up a balloon in your stomach and emptying the air evenly as you talk. Speaking in a monotone voice produces no emotion and or feelings. Use melody with your words. Go up and downstairs with your voice. Do not end a sentence going down, as this will cause people to be sad. In addition, a loud voice using monotone means a command and not really very pleasant to the listener. Using a loud voice with melody creates persuasion. Finally, remember to pronounce plosives, which are words ending in T, K, P, or D. For example, say pleasant, not pleasant, elegant, not elegant, quick, not quick.
Speak with melody for effectiveness. Do you have any closing comments?
Know who you are moment by moment. Know where your feelings are coming from. The head, the heart, the gut, or the mind. Bypass the negative thinking from the head and think from the heart with kindness, empathy, and giving. Think from the mind with creativity and the feeling of calmness and unconditional love.
This is Joan Epler and Dr. Gary Epler closing today's segment. Next time, we'll talk about head thinkers and heart thinkers.